One of the reasons why you should not tolerate guys who you don't want. Story time. So I met this guy. We went on a road trip. And the whole time we sat next to each other. We started talking and all that. So when we came back from when we're now going home, he asked for my number and I gave him. So for context, this guy was a bit short than I am. I'm a tall girl. Duh. And that is already a turn off for me. He was pursuing me with the intentions of dating me. I told him, I remember telling him, I'm just from a breakup. I don't think I'm in the right headspace or the right place in my life right now to date. So he continued to pursue me, and I was just like, okay, you don't want to listen to me, let me tolerate you and let me show you how these things are done, okay? Little did I know I was going to pay dearly for this. So I kept on tolerating the guy. Like, it's so black and white that you can't date them, but you're just tolerating them for the fun, for the vibes. And then it was from a breakup, so I found someone to keep me company, like to talk to, he could check on me, all those things that men do when they're hitting on you. The first mistake I did, and now this is where the lessons come in from your big sister. If you are getting to know someone, you have no business allowing them to pick you at your place. For your safety, one, especially if you live alone. He plans a date and then he comes pick me, go for the date and all that. Drives me back home, and yeah, that went on for a while. It gave him hopes because I accepted his dates, and I used to respond to his messages and all that too. I could accept his gifts here and there. I was there for the vibes. I was just like, okay, you want to roll? Let us roll. Let us cruise nicely. And I've told this guy I'm not ready to date, but he's still pursuing me. So what do? I go with the flow. Mistake number 2. And that gave him the notion that I'm into him and I'm just playing hard to get. So it reached a time where he noticed, and I used to give him so many excuses. I remember there's a time he told me, like, you never call me. If I don't call you, don't call me. If I don't text you, don't text me. And I was like, isn't that enough sign that I don't want this thing? He got tired at some point and then we stopped talking. Remember the trip where we met? We had some mutuals. Okay, the people who organized the trip knew each other. So one of them was my friend and then one of them was his friend. Let me call this guy Mr. V. When I stopped talking to Mr. V, remember the other 2 mutuals were still in contact. So it was a weekend and I was visiting my friend, and then my friend is like, by the way, so I saw it's coming over. Okay, my friend, let's name her B for beautiful. So my friend Beautiful, her friend, let's call her friend E for energy. So, and then B is like, by the way, E is coming over and I don't know if he will come with Mr. V. Remember, you have not been talking with Mr. V, but my friend B and E, they knew that Mr. V was pursuing me. You know the way friend vibes are, drinks, food, just chilling. And lo and behold, E came with, I don't know if it was a coincidence or they planned this whole thing. Remember, Mr. V was trying to pursue me for a relationship and things didn't work out. We stopped talking. Anywho, so when Mr. V came, I think he saw me and he was just like, maybe I can try and rekindle whatever I had started with this girl. Now, we ate, drank, and then we stepped out. We were like, let's go to the club. Remember, we started drinking at home. So the time we are getting to the club, Mr. V is a bit high. Oh, now this is where the story begins. During this whole time, Mr. V had started now to talk to me in a way that suggests like he still wants to continue pursuing me, or let's put whatever happened in the past and let's now just start afresh and like things like that. I don't know. That is how I felt, like he was trying to rekindle the pursuing that he had started. He was high. Nowadays I don't drink, hallelujah. He just wanted to talk to me all the time, wanted to sit with me all the time, dance with me and all that. Like he didn't want to leave me alone. He was just like with me, like this, all the time. Of course, I tolerated that because we were together. And now on our way back home, this is where the drama began. I was so young then. I was in my mid-20s. It happened so long ago, actually. On our way home, obviously, I sit in front. There's a reason why I'm saying I don't know how high the other people were, but I know for sure I was not. But if you know me, you know I don't get drunk. Like I don't get high, that I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what is happening. That is not the type of person that I am. Anyway, so we are now on our way home and then he starts this conversation. Oh, by the way, why don't you want me? I really like you. You know, at this point he's drunk. He started those ones of, why did you reject me? I still like you a lot. You tell me, is it that I don't have enough money? I don't know why some men associate rejection with finances. I don't know. And it reached a point, I was tolerating him because I wanted to get home safe. It reached a point, I was just like, no, I'm done. I'm fed up. Like, I can never date you. The moment this guy had, I can never date you, this guy started overspeeding and saying, I'm going to kill you all. Yeah, that was his words. I'm going to kill you all. This guy was overspeeding. Remember, he's drunk. It's at night. He was over speeding, saying these exact same words. If I cannot have you, no other man can have you, and I'm going to kill you all today. Yeah. At that point, we started panicking because he was driving recklessly, like high speed. And then out of nowhere, guys, out of the blues, this guy is driving and started punching me. Yeah, that has ever happened to me. He was the first and only guy that has ever laid hands on me. I'm even feeling bad saying those words out loud, but it's something that I kind of healed. Remember my friend is at the back with the other guy, and okay, I don't want to say they were drunk, but yeah, they saw what was happening and they did nothing. I've never recovered from that, actually. I have never recovered from that. And after that, I asked my friend, but then why didn't you? Okay, my friend helped me, but we'll get to that point. Anyway, so this guy is driving. He has already said, if I cannot have you, no one else will have you, and I'm going to kill you all today in this car. He's throwing blows with one hand, and he's driving with the other hand. It reached a point where he stopped the car, got outside of the car. Whew, even telling this out loud, I'm still traumatized. Got out of the car. I think he was having that thing of, oh, I've spent so much on you, and now you're rejecting me, something of sort. I don't know, but got out of the car. My friend is still at the back seat with the other guy. They're just seated there, looking at the whole thing like they're in another world. Anyhow, he gets out of the car, removes his belt, opens the door. Remember, I was seated at the front seat. Yo, guys, start whipping me with the belt. Yeah, with the belt. Now there's a commotion. My friend and the other guy, they're still seated at the back seat. My friend told me she was drunk. I don't want to get into that, but anywho, so this guy is beating me up. He has opened the door. He has caused a commotion. You know, I can't fight a man. I cannot. I'm seated there. I cannot get out because he's standing there at the door, whipping me, simply because I said I can't date him, remember? Remember, we had not spoken for like 3 months, remember? So there were people who were passers-by, I think they were also coming from a night out or something. They're the ones who saved me. And they saw what was happening, and there were a group of 4 people. I don't really, were they 4? 1 lady and 2 gentlemen. So the gentlemen came, they were also drunk, but they saw what was happening. They came. And thank God, oh my God, that is also what really always gives me some hope, because thank God he was given a beating. Like, this guy beat. I'm so grateful for those strangers. I'm so grateful. So they pulled him and they started beating him, like literally, like, how can you beat a woman, They put him down and they started punching him. They punched him, like they were beating him thorough proper. And so by the time they were beating Mr. V, Mr. E saw that his friend was being beaten. Now is when he came out of the car. Useless man. He came out of the car to go check on his friend, and now my friend B was like, take a beer bottle in the car, hit that, is it a side mirror or something? Yeah, windscreen. Is it a windscreen or a side mirror? Which one is it? I think I don't remember what I hit in that car, but I just remember I caused damage to that car, because I was just like, my friend was just like, no, this guy cannot beat you and you leave him like that. Take this, hit that, and I remember I broke the side mirror and what is that thing called? I was just like, you deserve this. At least you feel the pain of repairing your car, and you'll never beat another woman like that. In fact, he had the audacity to tell my friend, oh, your friend broke my car, now you guys should give me money to repair my car. Like, what the hell? The audacity. He was beaten, his eyes were swollen, so he came out of there with swollen eyes. He was beaten up and his car was damaged, and I was just like, you deserve that, and even worse. Already seen the type of person I'm dealing with. Remember, he knows my place, he knows where I live. This is the type of person who can show up to my place at any given time. So you can imagine if he's capable of doing that and there were people in the car with us. Imagine if I was alone. This is someone who can. And that's how women get killed, by the way. That's because I don't know what could have happened if those strangers didn't come. Up to date, I'm always so annoyed by the fact that they were just seated there at the back, watching everything happen, doing nothing. Still not over the fact that they sat there and watched this guy do this to me. After that, I was so scared to even go back to my house, because I was just like, this guy knows where I live and he can show up at my place any given time, and I don't know what he's capable of doing, guys. Yeah, that was a scary experience, and from that experience, I don't allow men to pick me from my place going to dates. I don't. That whole experience, I was just like, no, because I was so scared. I had even to hate houses because of that, because I was so scared. Do not tolerate guys who you don't want to date. Do not. Because I was taking advantage, because I was just like, okay, let me move with the flow. Like, yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, that's it. That's my story.